Hello, and thank you for joining my talk today. My name is Jennifer, and I'm the Research and Project Strategist at Fish Welfare Initiative. 50 years ago, the first major campaigns in the animal movement were launched. We started with the most relatable animals, such as primates and rabbits being experimented on. Later, we graduated to farmed animals, initially focusing on cows and pigs. Now, our movement's primary focus is chickens, largely because of the immense number of chickens farmed. This movement is about the expansion of our moral circle, and we're on the verge of the next frontier, fish. Now, since no good cause area pitch would be complete without it, I will quickly run you through the ITN framework for fish. First, scale. Roughly 111 billion fish are alive on farms at any given point. That's more than twice the number of chickens and over 100 times the number of pigs. And yes, there's general scientific consensus that fish can feel pain. Yet conditions on fish farms are often alarming. Fish are crowded in monotonous tanks with dubious water quality, suffer under diseases and parasites, and often they have no opportunity to express their natural behavior. They're generally treated like a commodity without any moral worth. We took this picture in Vietnam. It shows Pangasius catfish being transported to a slaughterhouse. Fish are stored like this in small buckets while fully conscious for 10 to 20 minutes. And all this is to say nothing of the trillions of wild fish killed annually. Despite these immense numbers, fish farming is still largely neglected. As we speak, only 2 EA-aligned organizations focus primarily on fish, the Aquatic Life Institute and us, Fish Welfare Initiative. So third, tractability. We hope our work can demonstrate the tractability of fish welfare work. Already now we have seen some preliminary successes from other organizations. For example, certification schemes, including welfare, and open cages successfully pushed for a ban of live fish sale in Eastern European countries. Our work comes in stages. First, we research the most promising ways of helping fish. Second, we want to prove that interventions can work with a micro-level pilot program. And third, we scale our impact up to the macro level by corporate and governmental outreach. For the next 2 minutes, I want to share some of our findings with you. First, fish species and farming systems are extremely diverse. Consider all the different species and farming systems the animal movement has worked with already, from pigs in gestation crates to chickens in battery cages. Fish are not just one more species. They represent about 370 different species currently farmed by humans, and each of these has very specific welfare needs. Farming systems are just as diverse. On the left side, you see an intensive agriculture system. Every parameter is controlled and monitored. On the right side, you see an extensive system. Fish are simply left in a pond with little attention given. Point 2 is about expertise. Fish Welfare Initiative was founded last year, and our co-founders didn't have prior expertise in the field. Rather, like many of you, they were generalists with a strong drive to do good. So you don't need expertise to get off the ground. But it sure does help. We learned this lesson when we hired a PhD as our fish welfare specialist, and our research process is dramatically better now. Another crucial lesson is one that surely all of you can relate to. You can have a perfect, fully developed plan, but there are always elements you simply cannot predict. For example, a global pandemic. COVID-19 threw our plans overboard. The field farm visits we were doing are now virtually impossible. During this forced break, we've pivoted to working more on building the fish movement and influencing institutions such as seafood certification schemes. We hope that these activities actually have a similar level of impact as our initial plans. So how can you help? We would love to hear from you with high leverage opportunities such as public consultation periods of certification schemes. Also, please circulate our job ad and consider volunteering or being an intern. And we'd love to help anyone by connecting them with our network of people who work on fish all over the world. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being part of a movement to expand our moral circle. Enjoy the rest of the conference.